network. I hope you guys are doing great. So today I want to discuss a very critical component of the HR operations, which is the payroll communication workflow. So if you guys are been using or managing payroll in Odoo 19.0 or any earlier versions of Odoo, you likely have faced this challenge. So while those versions the calculations, the computations was automated, however the distribution of the pay slips often required some kind of manual interventions from the HR or the payroll managers, or you need to customize customize it via server actions. So it was a challenge. However, with the release of the 19.1 version of Odoo, the payroll module has introduced that feature, which I believe is a very subtle feature but very high impact feature called send payslips to the employee. So this isn't just a button or a configuration check mark kind of feature. It is a way to align your system configuration with your company's cash flow, maybe company's cash flow or your company's communication policies. So let's just look into this feature. So if we dive into the payroll module over here, we'll jump into the settings of the same, and over here on the second row only you will be able to see send payslips to employees. So multiple options are available, but the first one is when confirm. So this is a very high efficiency model which is when confirmed. So this model is designed for organizations which prioritize administrative speed. So whenever we are selecting and saving these features, you are automating the distribution step. So let's just see how it works. So if I create a new payslip for my employee Nitesh, who is an experienced developer, and I compute his payslips over here, and once I click on this validate button over here, automatically the Odoo system will be sending out the email. So as you can see, the moment the HR or the payroll manager validates it, validates the computation, the email is dispatched automatically. So this will just eliminate the administrative lag which used to happen earlier between the approval and the distribution process. Right, so this is the first option, which is a very high efficiency option. However, the second option is when paid, which is arguably the most robust strategy for the SME organizations, the when paid option. So this is this addresses a very common friction point in employee experience, which is receiving a payslip document before the funds hit the bank account of those employees, which often generates unnecessary support tickets for the HR or the payroll manager. So this eliminates that whole things, and let's just see how it works in real time. So if I go into the payslips again by clicking a new payslip for my employee Shalini and selecting and computing the details for the same. So once I compute, whenever I'm clicking on validate, before it used to send an email, however this time it's not sending any kind of email. But once I click on mark as paid, you will be able to see the magic. Right, so with this configuration, your payroll team can validate the payroll days in advance, months or days in advance for accounting purposes, but the communication is suppressed until the accountant team sends out the funds. Right, so this is the second option. Now let's see the third option, which we have over here, which is the manual run option. So with this option, this is like a manual override, which is also critical. So from my point of view, this option can be used for organization where complex payroll structures are there. For an example, where commissions require, and whenever the commissions are there, executive reviews are there, executive approvals are there. So wherever this kind of requirements are there, you can use the manual function. So whenever you are creating those kind of pay slips, after the approval only, they will be able to send the emails. right? So this upgrade it has come out in Odoo 19.1, which I believe is not just about new features, it is about refining your internal HR process. So I recommend everyone to review your current payroll cycle to see which of these configurations best aligns to your requirement. Now if you are looking to optimize the same, then let's just connect. Thank you everyone.